Hi there, it's Ted from Ted's Wargaming, and today I'm bringing you another reference book on Napoleonic Warfare. This is Master of the World, 1812 in Russia, the invasion. This book is put out by the Mid-War ESR Napoleonic Campaign Guide by the Wargaming Company. This is a supplement to their set of rules, which is like a 10 millimeter set of rules. Um, this covers Napoleon's invasion of Russia. It's a beautifully laid out book. It gives backgrounds, history, why the invasion took place, and stuff. So I said it's set in their rule system, but this can be used by any rule system and any person. Uh, it has a layout for their rule system and stuff and organization. But what makes this really nice is it lists almost every battle that was fought by Napoleon from beginning all the way through. So you can take any battle you want. It has a layout of the battlefield. Uh, the battlefield is set up for their size of battle, which are basically core level. But you can work it into whatever game system you want. So on the left, you got your map. It has a brief history and initial placements of units and the victory conditions to their game system. But I said these can be modified to whatever game system you're using. On the right, you get a nice painting. But on top, this is the important stuff. On top, it lists every unit that fought in this battle. This was a cavalry action, so it shows you this was the French order of battle. It has all the French units. How many? Like this is cavalry, so it has to be squadrons, and the right has their systems information. But I said you can just take that out if you're using a different system. But as I said, every unit that fought there, and how many squadrons, and how many batteries that took place. On the next side, it has the Russian order of battle. It has a map, but it lists all the Russian units that fought. So you can get really detailed. So how it laid out, if you're doing like a small level, which is just about 10 millimeter, you can 6 or 2 millimeter, you can do the entire battle. If you go larger, do 15s or 28s. If you have the room, you can do the whole battle. If not, then you can do individual units. You can do smaller battles, or if you want, or even skirmish, make them down into limit skirmishers and stuff. So you can expand it or contract it to the size of army that you have. But as we go by, we go through the bigger battles. I mean, okay, can't speak Russian, so that battle. It lists all the initial placements, and the time frames, and the little short synopsis. But the French units that fought at this battle, I didn't say you can get into very large battles. Come down the 8th Regiment Infantry Leger, 2 battalions. 84th had 4 battalions infantry. So if you do a 28th, you can do a large battle like this. Or if you do smaller, then you can do really multiple battalions and stuff like that. So you can really make a nice battle out of it. So that is so it gives you a lot of ideas how you can modify this, work with this for the Russian campaign. So if you want to do a lot of Russians, a lot of French, this is what. But uh, more battles like French Order of Battle. The guys who went into this really got into detail, did the homework. Smolensk. If you want to do Smolensk, there's the Russian Order of Battle. It's 3 pages of forces. So, or 5 pages. So it's the entire Russian armies into one battle. So I said just you can take pieces, parts here. You can do individual battles from areas. We got here's what Borodino, one of the largest battles fought the largest battle fought during this campaign. Uh, the French Order of Battle. almost 7 pages of troops. And I said, and these are like, some of these are 4 battalion units and stuff. So yeah, you can get really in depth in your size. But the really nice thing about this is here in the back. It gives a quick rundown uh, all the different armies from all the different nations, because this was multinational, especially for the French. It gives all the different regiments, but at the end is this. They have a complete painting guide to the Russian campaign. I mean, a complete, almost every regiment in color, and they have. If the regiments were the same color, they were all kind of mixed into one. If there wasn't much of a difference, but if there was a difference, they list a difference. Uh, the first was the guard. It gives you the different guard infantry regiments. Then it starts breaking down. So this is another one that you can add to your collection, or they add more information stuff on painting. The Mamelukes of the Guard, Grenadiers de la Chevelle, de la Garde. But I said, once again, it's just pages and pages of art of regiments, 12th Regiment, the 9th Regiment. The infantry is basically the same color, except sometimes the pom-poms are a different color, and the drummers, how the drummers were and stuff. The line, some wore bear skins, some didn't wear bear skins. And the difference, officers, the drummers, sappers, the grenadiers, fusiliers, the voltigeurs. So that if you're working, if this is another one, if you're doing the Russian campaign, you can get this book and you have every regiment at your fingertips on painting. So because there's a lot of other painting guys which I've gone over, but this is one that if you can't get the other ones, this book is really affordable now. They actually lowered the prices on their books, so you can pick this up and boom, you're done. And so this painting guide will also help with the French. It doesn't have for pre War of 1812, or you can actually use this for afterwards too. So it doesn't have to be just the Russian campaign. This you can use for later wars, because this is the uniforms of war for 1812, and after that, it wasn't much of a change since Napoleon's retreat from Russia. When he abdicated, then he returned for the 100 Days campaign. Basically, the uniforms didn't really change that much. So you can add this to your collection. Cuirassiers, then it goes into the foreign regiments. If it's still the Portuguese regiments that fought for Napoleon, the Swiss regiments, then you get Austrian regiments that fought. And if you're not sure, because what does they actually give the French names and stuff? Back here, oops, a bit too far. It gives a quick breakdown what country they came from and stuff like that. So Westphalia, Saxon, or Prussian. So if you have a little word, you can look back here and I'll tell you what that regiment is and what unit. So Prussians, and so like the Grand Army was one of those colorfulest armies that was ever fielded, and this allows you to field an army that doesn't have to be all French, because you can add battalions from all these other. It's really so like even Russian French forces had green uniforms, all white uniforms, so you can really do a very colorful army. Polish regiments, hussar regiments, and stuff. All the different forces and stuff. Then we come to the Russians, and even the Russian army is very colorful, depending on which forces you got. The Cuirassiers, the Hussars, then come to all the little infantry regiments. The Russians, for infantry, it's basically green, but and just all the battalions and regiments served through the whole war. They come to they're more cavalry regiments, lancer units, dragoons, stuff all the way down to the Cossacks, Tartars, forces. So this book, I would highly recommend if you want to get into the Napoleonics, if you want to do the Russian campaign. This book is like a one-stop thing for anything that you need to do. It's made for their rule system. If you play the rule system, perfect. If you play a different system, the battles and the army list can be modified for whatever scale you use and stuff. So let's take a one-stop thing for the War of 1812. There's another one coming for the Spain. I'll have that one in a few days. So until later, hit the like, hit the subscribe. I'll be back more with more things, and I'm gonna have some rule systems coming up to show you. Okay, so later. Have a good day, guys.